right? I need some energy. Come on. There we go. Yeah. I love it. I love it. What up, Deborah? I see you. All right. Let's get into this. First of all, I'm going to echo every speaker. Oh, man. Today has been phenomenal. I know it's been for you, but it's been for me. And for you guys to experience Jamie's heart, which so many of us have the privilege to experience offline, is incredible. So I want to say this before I have a conversation with you and get into my heart and just spit some fire to you. You make sure you go get that book. And we're not saying this because it's a cool thing to say. We're saying this because it's life-changing. So if y'all can get the book, drop the fire emojis, and thank you guys for showing up and being so attentive. I want to do this before we start. Can I do something with y'all? Can we be real in here today? So I promised myself I'm going to follow my heart. So if you can stand up right quick, I just want you to take a quick pledge. You can raise your hand. You can not raise your hand. You can put your hand over your heart. And I want you to take a pledge for our next 20 minutes that you stay locked in, because you got some more powerful moments coming. To each and every one of you, I'm proud of you for being here. But repeat after me. Dear self, everything changes this year. Nah, I didn't feel that. I see you up there, Heather. Dear self, everything changes this year. Dear self, no more playing it small. No more halfway effort. I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to giving my all. Dear self, unapologetically, I'm about to go get the life that's meant for me. I said, dear self, Amanda, I see you. Unapologetically, I'm about to go get the life that's made for me. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. And I will be, I must be, I have to be the hero in my story. Dear self, I'm proud of you. I want you to believe that with all your soul. That's a commitment that you have to make to yourself, because Mel Robbins said it best. It's easy to be motivated, it's easy to be inspired, it's easy to type in the chat, but you got to get serious about your life. And I'm bringing this unapologetic energy because I know how special and how big this moment is. I know what it feels like to be on the other side of the screen and needing a breakthrough, needing a change. And I want to tell you right now, you are one decision away from a breakthrough. Your breakthrough is coming. Your change is coming. Your next level is coming, but you got to believe it. You have to believe it. And I want to ask you a question really quick. And this question is simply this. What's going to make it real for you? And I want you to go internal right now. What's going to make it real for you? What's going to make this be not just another year of talking about it, typing about it, not just another year of showing up to incredible events, but what's going to make this year the year? What's going to make this year your year? The year where you meet the greatest you. The year where you break free, the year where you overcome everything that was sent to break you, sent to destroy you, and you rise above. What's going to make it real for you? And write that down and get serious. I'm going to be real with you. I can see some energy right here. Maybe some people don't need this. Maybe some people do. But I'm talking to that one person that believes in their soul that they made for more. But they're questioning their worth. They're questioning their self-esteem. Because of everything that they've been through, they feel like they have to be perfect. And I'm going to just say this, you can write this down. You don't have to be perfect. Don't let social media lie to you. Don't let this world lie to you. You don't have to be perfect to live in purpose. Do you hear me? You don't have to be perfect to live in purpose. I'll be the first one to admit there's imperfections beneath this surface. But 15 years ago, I made up my mind that I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be real. You weren't born to be perfect, my friend. You were born to be real. You were born to give your greatest self to this world. You were given worth at birth, period. And when you understand that and you don't allow anything to take that away from you, that's when you walk into your power. But again, that question I want to ask you, what's going to make it real for you this year? Where you get to February of next year and you say, you know what? I actually did it. I actually followed through, because a lot of people talk it, a lot of people type it, but a lot of people don't make that change. And all you're witnessing with people on the stage, I promise you, they're normal people. I promise you. They just decided to go for it. Messy, imperfect, not figuring it out. They decided to go for it because their mission was big enough. If I ask you this question, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. This is about you. What's the reason why you want to do what you do? What's your mission? Why do you want to even live your life? And I know that question seems simple, but no, a lot of people don't know, and they don't understand, and they don't stand on that with their principles. What is it costing you? Write this question down. What is it costing you to not show up? And let's be real. Some of you, it's costing your family, your kids, and I'll even tell you this. There are strangers in the world waiting on you to show up and waiting on you to waiting on them to meet you, but they'll never come across you because you're sitting here trying to be perfect. You're sitting here saying, I don't have it all figured out. What is it costing you not to show up? What is it costing you not to embrace your greatness? What is it costing you not to start the thing? What is it costing you not to make the video? I'll give you a secret. The people who are consistent and committed year after year, day after day, they understand what it's costing them not to show up. The reason why you go to that job that you hate every day, some of you understand what it's costing you if you don't show up to that job, right? It's costing me my paycheck. It's costing me my livelihood. So you will go to things that you don't even like to do because you understand what it's costing you. If you want to walk into what you love to do, what you were born to do, what you were made to do, you got to get very clear on that question of what it's costing you. Write it down right now, and I want you to see it every single day. What is it costing you? I want to give you about 3 things really quick that you need to let go of, so you can stop worrying about showing up, being happy, and all these other things. Number 1, let go of being your own enemy. We're so good at talking about all these external things. My parents and this person did me wrong, and we talk about, and I know this probably sounds very insensitive, we talk about our sad story so much. Listen, can I just say this as a extra bonus? This is the year where you stop being addicted to your sad story, and this is the year where you actually create the story that was meant for your life. I know they did it to you. I know it happened to you. I know they messed over your life, but this is the year where you turn the page unapologetically, and you go and live the life that is meant for you. But this is the year where you have to let go of being your own enemy. And you know what I mean. Those intrusive thoughts that tell you that you're not enough. I've been there. Those intrusive thoughts and telling you that you aren't going to fit in or there's too many people. It's not the outside world that's your enemy. It's you. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some self-compassion. It's okay to make mistakes. I've never met a soul, y'all can let me know in the chat, but I've never met a soul that has lived a mistake-free life. Just because you ask, some of us, we're defeating ourselves before we ever give ourselves a chance to win the game of life. Before we ever step on this court and play this game of life, play this game of our dreams, play this game of our vision, we're telling ourselves what we can't be and what we can't do. That was me. I didn't fit in personal development. I didn't when I first started. I wasn't the suit and tie guy. I wasn't the PowerPoint guy, any of that. And a lot of external told me, Trent, you're not professional enough. But my soul said, Trent, you might not be professional enough, but you're purposeful enough. And there's a room for you that's specifically designed for you. Some of you watching this right now, you look on the stage, I'm not Jamie, I'm not Mel, I'm not Oprah, I'm not all these people. Congratulations, you're not supposed to be. There's people in this world that Oprah can't reach. I mean, very few. There's people in this world that Jamie can't reach, that I can't reach, that no soul on the stage can reach. But there's some souls in this world that is meant and assigned for you to reach. But you got to start giving yourself that gift of grace, that gift of compassion, and start speaking life into your life. So number one, let go of being your own enemy. Number two, I need you to let go. Oh, this one, I don't know if y'all ready for this one. Because I need you to let go of pleasing perceptions. And I would ask you this question right now, and I want you to be real with yourself. Because if you can't be real with yourself, you can't heal yourself. We're not up here in front of people and look cute online and look cute in the chat, say the right things. I want you to do the right things. I want you to live the right things. I want you to become who you were created to become. But let me ask you this, what's guiding your life? What's guiding your life? I like to put it like this. You will never experience peace if the wrong thing is controlling your pace. Some of us were burnt out. Some of us were tired. Some of us, we are exhausted. You know why? Not because we're just working hard for the right things, but we're working hard for the wrong things, a.k.a. trying to please opinions, a.k.a. trying to please perceptions, a.k.a. trying to battle people's judgments against you. And I'll tell you right now, the world gonna judge you, people gonna judge you. You make sure you don't judge yourself. Because everybody judging you, I know somebody needs to hear this. They imperfect too, they just hide theirs better. What's guiding your life? What's the pace? What's the pace that's controlling you? And I'll just say this because I know this is the famous one. A lot of us right now tonight, and I'm pretty sure you broke free from this limiting belief, but just in case you didn't, a lot of us, we're being guided by comparison. Raise your hand if you're with me. Comparison is guiding our life. What does that mean? Oh man, this is such a huge idea, right? But I look online and I see people and I see somebody like myself in year 15 and I'm saying, well, I started this today. I'm going on my worthy journey right now. I should be at where Trent's at. I should be at where Jamie's at. I should be at where Brendan's at. But you're just starting. And I realized this in sports. I used to run track. And my coach used to always say, Trent, make sure you stay in your pace. Don't be influenced by the next lane. That was easier said than done because I see somebody taking off. I'm trying to go catch them. And every time I got controlled by somebody else's pace, I don't know if you ever ran before, it's called butt lock, right? You at a pace, you can barely run, your back tighten up, and I'm exhausted. I don't even finish the race sometimes. And my coach said, I told you, you trying to run somebody else's race. They might be in more shape than you. They might be stronger than you at this point. But you got to trust the process and run your race efficiently. And some of us were doing exactly that. We are running a race. Let me give y'all a beautiful quote with this. Comparison forces you, influences you to run a race that you were never meant to run. And a lot of us, we're trying to keep up with her, them, him, and we wonder why we're burnt out. So I want to offer this gift to you. Let's let go of comparison, trying to control our pace. And how about we let conviction, we let conviction control our pace. What's conviction? Conviction will have you showing up whether you're happy or not. Conviction will have you showing up whether it's perfect or not. How I've been able to show up for the last 15 years, have I been happy? No. Have I been happy every single day? Absolutely not. But I built and I'll just say this, probably one of the biggest online motivational brands, literally me showing up as myself. Me talking about the sucky things in my life, me talking about how I lost my mother and almost lost my daughter 2 days later, me showing up in my depressed moments because you know what? I'm going to say this and it might be unpopular. People are inspired by perfection, but they transform through your real story. Perfection looks beautiful. It does. I can show you the nice things. That's going to inspire you. But how you will get transformed is I show you my real life because that's relatable. Some of you, I think Ed talked about this, some of you are disqualifying yourself because of what you've been through. That qualifies you. I would never hike a trail from somebody, I would never get a map from somebody to hike a trail that's never hiked the trail before. And a lot of us were doing that. But you hiked the trail, and the trail might have sucked. You might not have wanted to hike that trail of pain, of all the things that you've been through, but it qualifies you. It qualifies you to help people get through things. So I need you to let go of pleasing perceptions because that's a mission that's impossible. You will never please everybody's perception of you. Their perception of you is just their perception of you. Opinions are just opinions. Please stop giving power to opinions. It's just somebody's thought of who you are. Their thought of who you are doesn't have to be the truth of who you are. Some people might say you're too big, you're too small, you're too black, you're too white, you're too this, you're too that. You're not meant to please them. You're meant, in my faith, to please him. You're meant to live in the purpose that you were created to live in. That's what you're meant to do. Everybody won't like you. Everybody won't agree with you. Everybody won't follow you. The first step to being unhappy is trying to please everyone else. And I know some of you are so afraid to let people down. Please, have more fear in letting yourself down. You're worth it. You've been worth it. And you will forever be worth it. I want everybody to repeat that with me. I'm worth it. I've been worth it. And I will forever be worth it. That's my worth motto every single day because the world tries to make me forget. People try to make me forget. My own self, I try to make myself forget at times. Number 3. Man, salute to y'all for being up so late and staying locked in. This is incredible. Number 3. I need you to let go of idolizing perfection. Now, let me be clear on something. The pursuit of perfection is awesome. I want to come out here and I want to be perfect. I want to do my best, but I understand this. I got to give myself permission to not be perfect. Because when you live in perfection, I'm going to tell you what happens. You live in your head instead of your heart. When you live in perfection, you judge yourself so easily. I want you to fall in love with progression. I want you to fall in love with saying, you know what? I might not have got it right this time, but I learned the lesson. I might have lost at this, but this loss is going to teach me how to win. Some of your most perfect moments in your life didn't teach you anything. It's those imperfect moments that teach you everything. Think about this real quick, my friend. Where did your biggest growth moments come from? Perfection? Sunshine and rainbows? Or your biggest pain moments? 100%, every story you hear, every person that's been on this stage and graced this stage with their presence, their biggest growth moments, and I will write this down if I'm you, has come from their biggest pain moments. And I'm not telling you to go find pain on purpose. But pain is the foundation for your power if you choose to own it. And for some of us in here, we've been deflecting, we've been blaming everybody else. It's time for you to own your life. Own everything about you. Yeah, I know they did it. It might not be your fault of where you're at today, but it is your responsibility what you do with your life from here on out. I need you to own it right now. And I need you to let go of perfection. Just start showing up. Show up messy. Who cares? What's the worst that can happen? Somebody says your video sucked. Happened to me plenty of times. But I kept showing up no matter what. Because you know why? I made a commitment to my best friend that committed suicide. So when I started the event and only 5 people showed up, to everybody else it was a failure, but I stayed locked in because I decided to play this game forever. When I made that commitment to my homeboy that's laying in the casket, I said, man, I'm going to live the rest of my life getting out my comfort zone. I'm going to live the rest of my life and attacking my impossibilities. When the results externally don't show up, internally, I'm still going to show up because I know what it's costing me if I don't show up. Let go of perfection and embrace perfection. Just because the path isn't perfect doesn't mean that the path doesn't have purpose. Just because the path isn't perfect doesn't mean the path doesn't have purpose. I want you to hold on to that. Because as you go through this journey, as you go through your ups and downs, the valley might be ugly, but I promise you, the peak is beautiful. I want to end with these words. If it's okay with you, light up the chat. It's okay with y'all if I end with a few words. Is it okay? You know, I don't know what this is for, but maybe it's for you. If you're thinking about giving up on life, giving up on your dreams, I'm not judging you. I'm proud of you. Not because you're giving up, but because you didn't give up. You're here. You survived everything you've been through. But trust me, I feel you. I know exactly how it feels to have sleepless nights. I know exactly how it feels to pray for better days, but see no change in sight. I know exactly how it feels when depression hits you for real. I mean, you know it's real when you run out of tears to give. You know it's real when you can't find reasons to live. You know it's real when you ask yourself, am I even worthy? Do I matter? I feel you. But I want you to remember this. God is closest to the brokenhearted. He rescues those that are crushed in spirit. I know right now it's hard to believe, my friends, but I need you to believe it. I mean, I know it's hard to trust when you don't understand. Like, God, how can this be a part of the plan? These strongholds are breaking my soul. Praying for sunny days, but these hard times are making my heart so cold. I know you feel let down because you've been praying for breakthroughs, but just been receiving breakdowns. I feel you. But I want to tell you this. There's more to your life. Do you hear me? There's more to your life. Do you hear me? There's more to your life. There's more to your life than the struggles you're currently facing. I'm just here to remind you, your current situation is not your final destination. I'm just here to remind you, we're just here to remind you that your current situation is not your final destination. Everything you're going through will soon turn into everything you made it through. everything you're making it through, everything you're getting through, everything you're going through will soon turn to everything that you're making it through. Everything you're going through will soon turn into everything you're making it through. I know it's hard right now, but don't let it break you. Don't let it break you. Let it build you. Congratulations to all of you on your new journey. And I hope by now you have no doubts, you have no question, you have no insecurities, that you are worthy, 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 because you are. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much.